Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the JFS Show, the second most popular podcast on the JFS channel. Thanks, Nayxerr. Ruined it. Screw you. Anyway, we'll go on to that later. But joining me in today's episode is, it's time for some more written introductions. It's Asus. Oh no, I said that bit wrong. That bit was meant to be at the end. Wait a minute.
That's one.
Forget that. Hang on. Back in college, spreading communism, it's Asus.
There you go. That works.
Okay. Professor in Weebology and starter of Anime for Us, Nayxerr.
Ohio.
He makes good intros, that's me. Oh, right, I shouldn't probably read that one. I'm Muck. Cactus prophet that always fills in holes, Shawstin.
Hi, I fill in holes.
And boring foreigner on the other side of the world, Lemon.
So who wrote all those intros?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Asus.
Oh,
I also want to ask Shawstin, what kind
That's
of
why
holes
they're all
do you
terrible.
fill?
What?
What kind of holes do you fill?
Any kind.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oh my.
How much? You have a shop, right?
Oh yeah, I'll take money
Oh,
for filling holes.
we were talking about those kind of holes? Oh, dang.
Don't be disgusting. Someone's
Well,
grandma
thanks,
might be
if I
listening.
wanted to fill those holes, I would have done it in Canada. Calm down.
Oh, wow. Well, who knows what went up? Up in
Went
up in Canada, I was meant to say, but that also works. Anyway.
Went down up there.
So, we're on to another episode of JFS Show. I thought we'd start off, obviously, with some JFS related crap. And I couldn't talk about this last time because it was still going up on YouTube, but UHC Season 18 is now finished. It was 18, right?
Yeah.
It was 18, yes. So I just thought I'd ask you guys for like a little review of how you thought it went in terms of UHC's been and gone and how you thought you did, stuff like that. I'll start
It was
off.
a great season.
Well, I knew you was going to say that, but I thought it was pretty good.
It was a great season until pretty much the beginning of episode 2.
Why? Oh,
Because Seolo died.
oh yeah.
And I was lonely.
Tough, isn't it, commentating on your own for like 3 more hours?
It is. Because, like,
Yeah.
it's just normal mining at that point. And I'm just in there, like, every single time I do normal mining, sitting by myself, quiet.
Yeah, let's
I
never
don't
do
know, wait,
singles
I need to
again.
talk.
That's why I told Canuck to stay, because I
Yeah,
do the whole thing by myself.
I would have liked to do that, but as we all know, no one can trust Seolo.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him.
Wait, what do you mean?
I could have got a lot of spoilers. Like for example, I noticed just to the end, it wasn't a big spoiler, but I didn't know how many zombies I had after me, but he was like, "Oh, you have so many zombies after you," or something like that. I'm like, okay, do I have zombies after me?
Yeah, it's little things like that, I suppose. So yeah, it was teams of 2, random teams of 2. I was with Dennis. Asus, you were all Dutching it up with Smith J.
Yeah. Was with Mitchie. That was fun.
Nayxerr with Seolo. Lemons, you didn't play, did you?
I organised the whole thing, so everything that happened was my fault. It
True.
was great.
And Shawstin was with Canuck. I was with Dennis Flux, which I was very happy about because I've wanted to team up with Dennis for ages.
Yeah.
And it finally happened. And I know that there's a little bit of sort of the ending of the UHC, some people think wasn't too good. And I agree that it wasn't like the big dramatic fight ending, but I think it was pretty funny.
It was really
Yeah,
funny to watch.
yeah.
I do think it was
watching
nice.
To watch
definitely
it was
fun.
amazing. It was great.
Like,
Yeah.
I had a pretty short season. It was good. Had a nice nether adventure. I did the whole thing like where you talk Dutch with Mitchie because we both speak Dutch. Died in a good fight against Shawstin. Good fight.
You're welcome.
And yeah, even though I died in episode 5, the season only lasted 7 episodes,
It was a short
them.
season. Yeah.
which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
It was quite nice. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad.
I can see why Shawstin liked it because he had the episode where he had like 3 fights in the space of 10 minutes.
And I won. Debatably, I won 2 of them. So,
How did you die? Nayxerr.
next.
Nayxerr, how did you die? Oh wait, I stole Dennis's kill.
Okay, so
That's
can we
it.
talk about that? Dennis ate the notch apple. I got him down to like 4 hearts. I got you down to 2 hearts. So yeah, 2v1.
And then I killed you.
Yeah. Still, you got
by doing hardly anything. And I
what
think
did you get, like 10 hearts or something away?
I think at one point I just like I was watching a creeper walk towards Dennis. I was just like, I should probably say something, and it was great. But
I remember in that fight, in my head, I was thinking like, okay, so Dennis is on me. I can see Muck in the background, like, what's Muck doing? Oh, he's fighting mobs. Good, stay over there. I'm just fighting Dennis over here, okay?
yeah, the ending was odd because it was very fast-moving border, not many caves at the swamp. The swamp was annoying as well because it's like you couldn't really run anywhere, which just meant there was a crazy amount of mobs at the very end.
Yeah.
Which I did like. Like I said, it was funny, and I was so close to coming second place. No, I was second place, wasn't I?
No, you got third.
I got
Wait,
third.
no, you did get second. You did get second.
But I could have won. I could have won that season. That's the sad thing. I could have won, guys.
Iron Man.
I could have been that.
Iron Man.
I just think like the whole swamp thing. It was interesting to have something different than mountains that we have all said.
Yeah,
it was interesting to have like the fight in the swamp when it's difficult for both sides. Like you have those random water holes everywhere, and trees and vines, and yeah, I thought it was fun to have that fight in there.
yeah,
Both of them.
yeah.
I
Actually,
think
I guess I would
also-
won one. Yeah.
Like this season, like in most older seasons, there was always some sort of like fortification at 0-0. This time, just nothing, pretty much.
So I actually
You know, like
chose the swamp on purpose for that reason. Like it's always either like a mountain or maybe like a plains. But I decided to go to something where the terrain's a bit shitty, just because it'd be funny. And it was.
Yeah,
so
thanks
it was
for
good.
that.
Honestly, thank you. Thank you for mixing it up.
Did you
What-
deliberately make the border too small? Just wondering.
I mean, I chose that size. I don't think it was too small anyway.
It wasn't
But
too small.
the main problem was the caves underneath it. There was literally nothing, so everything spawned on the surface in this tiny area.
It wasn't it wasn't too small for the mob problem, but it was too small for a combat situation in my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if it wasn't a swamp, it would have been fine.
Well, like
Because it was the same size last season, and no one complained.
No,
I think.
no, it was
Maybe
100 by
not.
100 last season.
Oh, was it? How did I make it this season? 50? Yeah.
Yeah, 50 by 50, 4 times smaller. Good job.
Well, yeah.
The thing
That's-
I
that's
like
great.
with the fights we get is you start off with like this
usually epic bow battle or like a surprise attack or stuff like that. That's why I don't want the border to be pushed too far in, because then you won't get that. It's just like what I like in a fight. Then everyone else likes it to be either quickly over and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I do think
we've had enough UHCs where people just like stand there for half an hour doing nothing, so it was kind
Yeah.
of.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Well, you can get Zero on your team, and he just wants to make like giant slongs and stuff. He like I don't know if you guys watched the episode, but he came into the call and was like, Nayxerr, please just stop for a second and make a dick. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. He's like, please. I'm like,
I told him
"No."
not to go in the channel, but he did anyway.
Yes.
That guy. But yeah, I think like the difference between a good UHC and a bad UHC is it doesn't have to have loads of fights or a big fancy ending, but I think it just had memorable moments for lots of people. So
Yeah.
overall, I'd rate it okay, pretty good. Definitely not the worst. I think one of the worst. Wasn't there one that was so bad that you wanted to do one really quickly afterwards?
season 10.
That's 10.
Was that 10? What happened with that one?
What happened there?
Oh, that was
There was like
bad.
25 people and only 4 people got in combat.
Oh yeah, that was when I was Dennis, and he like fell into a zombie spawn or something.
Yeah, like there was like 25 people. Half the people never found a teammate, and like Fire Eyes Dakota, me, Mary,
I got into a fight.
and like Nayxerr were the only people who got into combat. Weather and Park, those are the other two.
Oh.
I was just in a very bad mood in season 10 because I had a headache and had diarrhea in the middle of the fucking game.
In the middle of the game, did you have like a little
Yeah,
bucket?
like I made
Yeah,
like a
shit
little
bucket.
hut for myself,
Yeah.
and I wrote like a sign like "Don't kill me, I'm taking a shit."
Oh, I was picturing like
You
in
should
that
have
South
worded that.
Park episode where they're playing World of Warcraft. You get your mum to come in. But there was talk about having another one after this one quite quickly because it was not very good. But that seems to have fallen through. And I, for one, am glad. I don't think we need another one.
No.
Like
I think
straight
we should
away.
I think like we should just stay with the normal like 3 months because it's like it was talk about like 2 months between or something like that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And it's still like if it's too quickly each time, we're so gonna get burnt out. Like other people are kind of like losing interest in it, but yeah, I just think the 3 months is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a big like amount of want to play it anymore. That's why I don't. I just organize it.
Yeah.
Which is I enjoy organizing it because I get to see like all the moments.
Yeah, spectating UHC is often just as much fun as watching it.
For the next
Like watching
season,
Asus
Lemons,
get second in there, that was great.
Lemons, next season you need to
Hey.
record it, and then you can make a montage out of the funny moments that you see.
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah, dude.
Should, but
demand.
probably won't.
Yeah,
No,
it sounds
I-
like work.
Lemons, I demand.
Well, speaking of next time, is there anything that you guys want to see or would hope for a future one?
I want a return of the cities, but in a slightly different way. Like there's more of them.
I think I'd like to
I
see
like
some
the
big
cities.
teams, like maybe like a 5-player team if we can get like 20 people or 25.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I
Yeah.
think the cities it was interesting, but yeah, I would like the city to be bigger because it's like you find one big, like the biggest building, and a team claim that building.
Yeah, I what I would want to do is have it so there's a reason to go to the city, and it's not just you'll go there at the end.
Yeah.
So and like one team can't necessarily dominate the city. It would be there's like multiple ways in. There'll be multiple like high towers,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Maybe just more than one city in general.
Mm-hmm.
And
There we
maybe
go.
maybe make some of the like bigger buildings closer to each other, so you can like actually go from building to building more
Yeah.
instead of
thought
going
maybe
all
some-
the way down to bottom level and then back up.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, I think the experience we had on our team back then in that season, Muck, it was quite dynamic. Like, we did move from
Yeah.
like building to building, chase people down, and then went back to the city and stuff.
Yeah,
So I don't
But
think it
it's
was
like-
that much of a problem.
it was
I
difficult
think
for
the
my
info is
team.
shit.
Like, I think it was difficult for our team since, well, we didn't have a chance. We just got it right there, and it was difficult to just get into the city. It's kind of like at the end when the board actually starts pushing you into the city.
Yeah.
But I was
Yeah,
dead by then.
that's when I went in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was UHC season 18. I don't know. Next up on my JFS news, I've put anime for us, but I don't know if you want to save that for later, Nayxerr. I've just seen that.
Yeah, we can probably save it for later.
Okay, and I just wanted to quickly put, or someone put about End Portal. Who put that?
I did.
What do you want to say about the End Portal?
So yesterday I started a project that I had in mind before the season started. That I want to make a giant valley around the end portal.
Mamma mia!
Yes. So
Hey,
yesterday Panda joined me and we started digging out a bit, and we fought the wither just to get a beacon over there. So we have a beacon with haste 2, and feel free to join us in the pain of digging. You will be allowed to take any ores that you find. I will not take anything. Okay, so help us, please.
So what's the end design?
I want it to be like, so from the end portal you can see the sky, and then there's just a giant valley around it with like rivers coming down and stuff like that. The only problem is it's in the middle of a freaking desert, so.
So what you're saying is you want people like me to go over to your place and terraform your place for free.
Yes.
You're undercutting my business here.
But it's a community project.
That one little word
Business, capitalism.
changes everything. Or you could just
It
be
is
me,
a
who I managed to get people to do all my projects for me, so I don't know how, but it's great.
Can you help me, Muck?
Maybe. So I'm picturing it a bit like, you know, the double witch farm last map?
Yeah.
A bit like that.
I'm kind of thinking that, but instead of the stone slabs they had, I wanted to be like actual like grass and nice terrain.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, I'm thinking some kind of maybe temple. I don't know. I haven't really planned it yet. At the moment, I'm just digging it out.
Big dragon statue.
Oh, yes! I can make my dragon again.
Big statue of woman with sword.
No, 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 no.
No? Fine.
I mean, I'm all for building another one.
I'm not up for recording another one.
Can you do it like she's walked and fallen into the hole and then it's the Motherland Falls?
It's actually just kind of like tripped over into the hole.
Yeah. Do you think you can do
The
that?
Motherland Fall.
God.
I'll think about it.
Okay, good.
So it'd be like, you know how you can go into the end portal from underneath, but you can't see like the actual portal blocks? I don't know if you guys have noticed that. You could just make that the mouth, so you jump into the mouth and then you teleport to that.
Yeah.
I had a suggestion of turning the end portal into
No.
a
Into what?
into a big
Oh.
asshole. It's being spread open. Then you jump into it. Next didn't like the idea, but I think it's great.
Oh, let's do that.
Welcome to JFS, where we act as fucking sperm.
Wait, what?
Going into an asshole. I mean, yeah, I
Yes.
guess. But
Ah,
there's
Well-
other things that go in there.
Yeah, like the finger of the doctor.
Yeah.
We're
Oh, so
all
you're
going to
finger.
check the prostate of the end.
Oh yeah, and we have to build like a realistic anatomy.
please
Right.
don't stop. Next.
Do you mean like
Next.
in the end that we like actually make like a
Yeah.
system of intestines to finally
Yeah,
get to
there's a
the
prostate. There's everything. It'll be great.
That's
Well,
why anime for us is getting more views.
maybe
I
we'll...
just want to say that the JFS show has more watch time compared to anime.
Also, JFS News has more total views.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not going to count that. I'm just going to go for watch time.
Listen, we'll put the giant anus to a community vote. I think
No.
that's democratic and fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
we'll see what Scott thinks of that. I'm sure he'll love it. Okay, so last thing I want to bring up quickly for JFS stuff is, so we need to decide what this stupid JFS land is going to be called, if it is JFS Land or Morge World or whatever, because I want to start making stuff for it, and every time I want to go and like record there, I don't want to have to say JFS Land, Morge World, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
I thought it was the sign of like JFS World.
It's JFS World.
Or Disney World or something.
Disney
not that one.
Disneyland.
Right,
Disneyland.
it's
That's
hereby
what it
decreed. It's JFS World. Done.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I mean, I like the JFS World.
Okay, because
It's a JFS World after all.
I mentioned when we was sort of found the place on the map and stuff like that, but I want it to be a bit like Disneyland, and now it makes sense because it's like Disney World. So my plan,
Disney World.
Disney World, my plan for this area of the map is, I see like the big Disney castle in the middle, but not the Disney castle like in real life. We could design it a different way. Yeah?
The
Giant,
crappy JFS
curved
castle.
statue with a sword.
No, not that. But
In the castle.
some cool castle thing. I was thinking it'd be cool if we had like themed areas, which is a bit trickier to do. Might not work, but that would be nice. Maybe not in like the rides and the mini games, but you could sort of theme the pathways and stuff. So one pathway could be like medieval, and the other one could be stuff, I don't know, grassy.
So like where we have the current one, it could be like desert.
Yes, exactly. I was thinking you could even try and like copy a few things like famous builds. Like this is something I'd probably do because I like to copy crap. Because I'm unoriginal. Like I don't know, try and do like an Epcot ball made of glass or something. So yeah, that's my vision for JFS World. I don't actually care about all the mini games and stuff. I just care about how it looks. So
It sounds like you're gonna be the planner of JFS World, so I don't need to do anything. I'm happy.
I mean, I don't have to do this, but it's an idea, and I haven't heard anyone else have any ideas, so I don't know. It's a
I
thought.
mean, if you feel like doing something, just do it. And everyone else do it, and then we're happy.
I hereby decree, let it be known, I am going to do that whenever I actually start making videos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can make a
20
video.
2025.
When's your first video gonna be? Mark?
2025.
Wow.
You disappoint me, Muck.
2026 now.
It's like you're busy making
That'll be
intros
season
and
6.
stuff.
Every time you say something, the episode gets pushed back another year. Gets 10
Another
foot
one.
higher.
And another one.
And 10 foot
How
higher.
are we gonna do this podcast then?
2028.
We're not even gonna get anywhere.
Just stop. Right, okay. That's it for JFS crap. Let's move on. So, Lemons, you found this BuzzFeed quiz.
I did.
I'm very excited because the name of the quiz is What is your bitch percentage? It's time to find out whether you're secretly really mean. I know I already am, but... So I'd like you all to take the quiz. I'm going to read out the questions as I do mine. And I want to find out how much of a bitch you all are. Okay?
Alright.
Here we go. So... and all these links and crap will be in the description. Question 1. Have you ever looked at someone and automatically felt annoyed? All the time.
Yes.
All the time, especially at work. When one of your Facebook friends posts a picture of a baby, what do you do? Comment on it telling them how cute it is? No. Like it but refrain from commenting? No. Keep scrolling? Yeah. Hide them from your timeline?
Yes, I would.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Screen grab it and send it to your WhatsApp group so you can bitch about how ugly their baby is with your friends.
I'm not that mean.
I wouldn't use WhatsApp, but I might comment on how ugly it is with friends.
Ooh.
No, I would keep scrolling. I'll keep scrolling. If you see someone running towards a lift you're in, what do you do? Hold it open? Throw them an apologetic look and shrug, or pretend to press the open button but secretly press the close button. Oh, that's sneaky.
I'd hold it open.
I would hold it open because it's usually going to be an old lady or something, and I'd feel really bad.
Yeah.
How often do you cancel plans with friends just because you just can't be bothered? Never. Sometimes, but only when I'm really exhausted and I know I'd just be bad company, or oh my god, literally all the time. Now, I hate
go for
friends.
sometimes.
I hate friends who do this. Flake and melt and other words that cool kids say these days. But I would understand if it is because they're going to be bad company. I'd rather they didn't come. So sometimes for me. Have you ever pretended not to hear what someone is saying because you didn't want to include them in your conversation? Yes, I definitely
yes.
have.
Yes.
Lol, yes, actually. If people could hear your internal monologue, would you have any friends? That's a tricky one.
Probably not.
I think some nice things sometimes, yes. If a friend who you're not that close to tells you a secret, who do you tell? I'm actually very good with secrets, so
I'm generally pretty good as well.
I'm going to say no one. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, wow, I wouldn't wear that if I were you? Yes. Who hasn't done that? Have you ever looked at someone and thought, literally, how are you popular? Yes. Again, who hasn't done that?
Opens
Jack Paul.
YouTube list of top like 25
Oh,
subscribed
God.
YouTube channels.
Yeah, YouTube is it. I didn't even think about that, but very good point. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how have you tricked everyone in the world into thinking you're talented when you're so painfully average? YouTube
Again,
replies.
opening YouTube.
Yeah. Rank your best friend out of 10 based on looks, not personality. Oh, okay.
2. No.
I'll give him a 7. Did you have a designated bitching... Oh, do you have a designated bitching buddy at work? Yes, several. I actually do.
My entire crew
Yeah, I was gonna say like pretty much
Yeah, exactly.
everyone except the boss.
Everyone, including the boss.
Yeah.
Like, we just constantly complain to each other about like the other crews separate from our own. Like
Yeah.
always. Like nonstop.
If you ran into your school enemy now, what would you do?
I don't really have a school enemy. I'd go
Yeah.
pretend not to see them though.
Oh, I did. It was in year 8 or year 7, and her name was Pinky. And I hated her.
Is it a real name?
No, she was Chinese, and I think
Oh.
that's sort of like anyway. She was really nice.
Oh yeah.
She was very,
Now
very
you're
smart.
also racist.
I'm not a
What?
racist.
Why do so many of these options include your mom? Like,
Anyway, so I would probably pretend not to see them. I just don't care. I don't have time for them now. If your boss reads your text, would you be fired?
No.
No. Do you ever start arguments just because you're bored?
I don't think I do. I don't like arguments.
No, I don't like arguments. Do you ever say sentences like, I love your hair, when actually you mean, your hair looks different today? No. Like, that's too much effort.
Yeah. I don't even say anything.
The first one is
Exactly.
shorter though.
Have you ever read someone's text, Facebook messages, or emails that you weren't supposed to see? No.
Yes.
Have...
It's literally my job.
Oh my god. No, I haven't. Do you have secret nicknames? This better get me down to a T, because this is a long quiz. Do you have secret nicknames for your friends, partners who you don't really like? Actually, I do.
Yeah, I do as well.
Imagine the person you hate most in the world. What would you do differently if you were them? I don't really care what they do. I'd buy new clothes and get a haircut.
Ooh.
I'd exercise more, get a chemical peel, and sort out my nose.
Wow.
Or I'd get a personality transplant.
I'd say the last ones
Yeah,
generally.
I almost sort of think the last one is the nicest, no?
I just don't
Yeah,
care.
because I mean, if you don't like someone, then yeah, it's the best thing to do.
Do you think being called a bitch is insulting?
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Depends.
I guess yes, it
I
probably
get it.
does. Oh, okay, I got my one. Is everyone ready with their bitch score?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I got 36% bitch, which I'm
Dang
quite
it.
surprised at. That's quite low. You can be a bit of a bitch from time to time. You like to speak your mind, but on the whole, you keep your bitchier thoughts to yourself. That is true. If someone read your text to your BFF, they'd probably spot a few mean remarks, but that's allowed. On the whole, you're a good person who likes to be around. Who people like to be around. Who's next?
Apparently, I'm 2% more bitchier than you.
Haha, you're 38% bitch.
Yes.
wow, Nayxerr.
I'm 30% bitch.
Ooh,
I'm nice.
I'm 24%, bitch.
Ah,
wow.
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 Lemons
This
is
stuff-
definitely going to be the most.
This does
I
candy.
am 53% bitch.
You bitch.
Yeah!
It's scientifically been proven. There we have it.
I don't think
Bitch.
that's true. I disagree with that. I think I'm fairly nice.
test-
I don't know.
usually.
Yeah, no.
Don't.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Shut up, Nayxerr. You don't count as a person.
What?
The test
That's
doesn't
another
lie.
5 percentage points right there, Lemons.
Neither is Asus. Everyone else is fine.
So who's the nicest
Yeah.
Shawstin? That doesn't surprise me. I expected that. This actually seems very scientific, this quiz.
I mean, nice. Made the Nayxerr suck channel.
That was in love. That was out
That's
of love.
true. Yeah, that was out of appreciation for the meme. I
And
didn't
that
see
was more out of comedic value.
And that. Well, it's definitely more accurate than the egg quiz. Actually, no, that was
I
accurate.
thought
But
the
just-
econ was really
Yeah.
accurate.
It was very accurate.
Except it didn't have like I don't like eggs on every question.
Yeah, seriously.
Listen, I love eggs. All right. What can I say? It's perfect for me.
Love
Okay.
me some chicken period.
Oh, don't call it that,
This
please.
is why you're 50% bitch, whatever.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
What do you think Sayola would have got on that quiz?
Oh boy.
Oh wait,
Like
wait,
95.
wait! I'm sending it to him right now.
Let's see if we can get one by the end of the recording. Okay, so let's
Maybe
move
not.
on
It'll be in
to
the description.
the next section, which is all about the sort of news stories that we bring together and briefly discuss. Let me get mine out of the way because none of you will care about this, but I just need to rant a bit. And as I see you all click the link to open it. So my one is just a little bit of movie news, and it's about Bond. Obviously, that's all the stuff I read about. Really, is Bond and The Simpsons, and also a lot of American politics, which I find oddly fascinating at the moment. But so it's just been announced that after Danny Boyle, who was going to direct the next Bond film, he's now out due to creative differences, which basically means that he wanted to do
It's gonna be shit.
too much, and they said no. They've now got a new director called Kari Fukunaga, rather, who I had no clue who this is to begin with. Didn't recognise the name. However, I do recognise some of the stuff he's done, and it's not bad. I don't know if any of you have seen the TV show. Crap, what's the TV show called again?
TV show crap.
True Detective. Did anyone see that one?
No, I've heard of it.
Meant to be very, very good. Anyway, the first season, which is the one that he directed. He also did a film called Beasts of No Nation, which is about sort of like African war children. Very bleak and depressing, but pretty good. And he also wrote the script for and was going to direct the It film from last year, which got good reviews, and people are looking forward to the next one. So that I'm happy with. I don't care about that. He can go ahead and make another great Bond film, whatever. The thing I'm annoyed about, and this is the thing I tweeted the other day, is that the release date has been pushed back by another like 6 months, and now it's coming out in 2020. That's awful.
Oh no!
Do you want to know why that's awful?
Why?
As I said in the tweet, that means it would have been 5 years since the previous Bond film. Spectre came out in 2015, and it's going to be Daniel Craig's last Bond film. He started as Daniel Craig in 2006 with Casino Royale. So that means it's been 14 years with him as Bond, and he did only have 5 films in that time. 5 films in 14 years. That sounds okay, actually, when you see it like that. But
Yeah,
Like one every 3 years.
considering how like oversaturated we are with like movies of certain genres, like one movie every like 3 years, not bad.
I agree. When you look at it that way, that's fine. I mean, on average it's 3 years, but it's like a bit like one was 2, one was 4, whatever. But this is the thing that annoys me. It's like I was born in the wrong era, because Bond films used to come out every 2 years, and they did it on the trot for about a good 15 years in a row. They did. It was okay. For example, this is the pattern. So it was 1967, 1969, 71, 73, 74, but that film was really bad. 77, 79, 81, 83, 85, 87. What happened to those days? Okay,
Special effects happened.
rant over. I'm done. I just wanted to moan about that and air my grievances. Yay, 2020. New Bond.
Whoa.
Who wants to go next?
Nayxerr probably should.
What? With the weeb stuff?
Yeah.
Get that weeb stuff out of the way.
Yeah, let's talk about something interesting now.
I'm sorry. I told you no one else would care. I just needed to say it.
I cared.
Did you though?
Oh.
So yeah, weeb stuff. Some people may have noticed that on this channel we started another podcast as kind of thing called Anime for Us, which is gonna be Joda, Panda, and I who's gonna do it mainly, and then we're gonna have one guest every now and then.
Hey.
The point for this was I wanted to do something more anime since I'm a freaking weeb, and I want to express my weebiness. And I was like, what can I do? Oh, hey, let's do a podcast where we watch 5 episodes of an anime each episode, and then we kind of like talk about them. And this is a way for us 3 plus the guest, maybe sometimes, to get into more animes or just talk about old ones that we really like.
So, I like the idea. It's cool. Well done with the first episode. I'll admit, I haven't actually listened to it yet. But for those who haven't listened to it yet, is there like the thing I want to know is, when you're going over it, is there a way that you're reviewing it? Do you go by like the animation style, and then the plot, and then the characters, and then the music, or
no, like the way we did it now is so we have decided that we have to watch, like, for this first episode we watched the intro and we kind of talked about that first. Well, first of all we introduced the whole thing and then how we got into anime, then we talked about the intro, and then we talked about episode per episode, like kind of what happened throughout the episode, what we thought about it, like was the fight amazing, was it like, did you get hype about it, or was there a character that you just really liked all of a sudden, stuff like that. And then towards the end, out of the blue, I asked them like what they would score it, because I know, for example, Joda, he's more into like lore and stuff, and Panda I know is more into like action. So I'm kind of like in between. I want some of the lore, I want some of the action. So it's interesting to see what all three of us kind of score these kind of animes.
Yeah. And I guess after this, you're going to start getting guests on, right?
Yeah. Actually, even for the next episode, we have a guest.
Oh,
Make
my.
sure a thing.
Who is it? Who is it?
Who is it?
It's
We
your
We don't
mom.
know.
Give us a sneak peek exclusive.
Oh boy, that's news for me, Nayxerr. Ooh.
Okay, it's Asus.
It's Asus,
I figured it out.
Good job.
Go back to your room, Lemons.
What?
I'm your mother. That's what Nayxerr said.
No. I don't
Yes.
know.
So
But I'm
it's-
like everyone's mother, so I don't know how this works.
That's weird, man.
We have a whole JFS law.
You're not my mother though, because
We have a whole JFS family, except has like freaking 10 plot twists every year. Because there's like the one where Muck is
Yeah.
like Joda's mother, but Joda is my father, and I'm Muck's father.
You know, the JFS family tree could be its own anime.
Oh, it could.
Oh,
Let's
man.
do it.
yo,
Well, it's
let's
like-
get going.
Mixon actually wrote a comment on the episode that it would be cool if we had anime characters that look like us. And I think that would be dope, but we
Yo,
need
find
to
one-
find someone.
Find one of those Twitter artists or whatever, and just like
Yeah.
just give them, just hire them to draw, anime you.
Or go on
Yeah.
Fiverr or something. Is that what that website's called?
Yeah.
You know what?
Something
It
like
might actually be like genuinely worth it.
Yeah.
I think it would be dope. The only problem is like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna take like our Minecraft characters as a reference, or are we gonna give them our RL image or like faces?
Yeah, I
Alright,
hope it's
please
real
do
life.
Minecraft.
Please do real life. Please do real life.
Well, like the thing is, I don't even know what Panda looks like. He has never shown me the face. I don't know.
Well,
if
he
he
could
wants
just
to
be an
do it.
anime pen.
Yeah,
He
it could just be a
anime
fucking panda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be great. Just
That does
anime
work
panda.
very well.
I mean,
Like-
he
But
likes
every anime has like a
he
thing,
like
right?
guys who has like animal powers or beast powers. So that
Is he
would
a
work if
furry?
he's a panda.
Is he a furry?
No. I don't
Okay.
think
I think
Hey,
it
bye
might
from
be.
Avatar.
I'm not judging.
make
I
him
don't
watch.
judge.
so. But yeah, with this, if we go back to anime for us, it's like yesterday when I talked with Lemons and we found Watch Mojo had done a like top 10 Beyblade fights or something like that. I started watching that, and it just looks stupid. I've never seen Beyblade anime, but
There's a
Lemons had
Beyblade
seen.
anime?
Yeah, yeah.
In the
That's what-
Beyblade anime, they call their Beyblades Bay.
They do. They do. I forgot about that.
I turned on TV once, like just sitting there bored, waiting for something waiting for like my parents to come home so we could go eat dinner or whatever. And it was on. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And he just like casually referred to his Beyblade as Bay, and I died. I died. They called them Bay.
I haven't
Okay,
seen
so
it
yeah.
since I was such a little kid. I forgot about that. It was-
So yeah, I was like, I'm putting this on the list, and Lemons was like, whenever that is, can I please be the guest? I'm like, sure, you can be the guest.
Well, so
So
you are doing old animes as well, not just ones that are current.
any animes?
Can I watch Card Captors again?
Yes.
That'll be
When
my
we
one.
can.
That'll be my one.
When will
Like-
you do Sound Euphonium?
Never heard about it, but putting on the list after this podcast.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like we just like whenever I scroll like through Twitter, I see an anime that I've never heard about. Put it on the list. We'll watch it sometime in the future.
They'll never do that.
Sometime maybe. I don't know. There's way too many animes.
There was an anime. This isn't the right podcast, but whatever. There was an anime I used to watch. I just remembered it existed. It was called like Metabots, and it was
I
weird.
recognize that name, but
It was
I
like
haven't-
the main character was called like Metabee or something. Like the main like robot was called Metabee. I don't know. It
Oh,
was weird.
Meta.
Meta
Yeah,
B.
MED.
Meta-
No, not
MEDA.
with a T. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a D.
D. Meta.
MEDA.
Meta.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just random animes that were on TV when I was a little kid.
Yeah. I had like nothing because I live on a fucking island.
Oh.
Nothing over here.
And now you've got everything at your fingertips.
Yeah.
And instead you choose to record a podcast with us.
Yeah.
You weirdo.
Because he loves us.
Ah.
Like I would have either done this podcast or take the hole for the end portal.
Yeah, true.
So
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
check out Anime for Us, which is on this channel that you're watching this on. It's the one with the cool thumbnail and intro, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Uh, did you want to talk about the Overwatch World Cup as well?
yes.
Ooh.
So
like it.
they have this tournament thing where they first were like people could vote on what countries they wanted to go to the tournament. Then they fought in like 4 different groups, and now we finally have the top 8. And if I can find I have so many tabs open now. The top 8. First off, we have the country Asus loves with a passion.
Hey,
France.
what? Damn it! I was gonna leave.
Uh-huh.
So the first is France versus Canada. Then we have China versus Finland. Then we have USA versus United Kingdom, and South Korea versus Australia.
Yeah, Australia must be fucking sweating right now.
Yeah,
Hope
it's
so.
like, okay,
Fuck
thanks,
me.
bye, Australia.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
If someone doesn't know at all, they have had this World Cup 2 years now before. Like, this is the 3rd year. The first 2 times, South Korea won without losing like a single match, pretty much, or like a single game or something like that.
How is out of interest for someone that doesn't know anything about this? How is the United Kingdom?
I don't actually know because that was like the most uninterested group. from
They're
the
alright.
bunch.
They're all right. They're not great.
Are we going to beat America?
You
I hope
lost
so.
to like France. I know that much.
I mean, I was pretty
Damn
disappointed,
those
but
Frenchies.
I'm hoping it'll be like a trick to like make the French feel good, and then the French will actually lose.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
I'll get Liz on the team. She's good. She plays it every night. It's
The
fine.
thing I'm the most hyped is if Finland goes to the finals, they will most likely be against South Korea again, and it would be really interesting to see how well Finland is going to do against South Korea this time. Because last time they went into the so it's best of 3, and they went into the 5th game, and it went into the last, like absolute last round overtime. Both teams had 99% on the map, and Finland lost then.
Because Finland totally has a chance.
Yeah, like it was just so amazing to see a country actually getting that close to South Korea. And it would be interesting to see if, like, for example, Canada, who came into the finals last year, if they would do better this year, or if like France will do amazing. It would just be interesting to see. Like, I feel like it's anybody's games. Like, of course, South Korea is better, but I feel like everyone
Anybody,
has a chance
as in
now.
including Australia.
Maybe.
What's
I
the
just don't care what happens. I just don't want France to win.
what's the prize? How much is the prize?
Don't
$500.
$500 million.
$500. I don't know what the prize is.
I expect
I
it to
think-
be at least $500 million. Else I'm not interested.
An additional 90,000 USD are awarded at each group stage event, making the total prize pool of the Overwatch World Cup 2018 488,000 USD.
That's not good enough. Not worth it.
Not worth it.
I would say it's pretty good just for doing my hobby.
I am choosing not to take part because it is not worth it.
If you're, yeah,
Oh,
if
so
you're,
you're
it's not your
deciding-
hobby.
You're like deciding now
Yes.
when it's already like in the finals.
Yes.
You know, it's actually pretty interesting because, like, how much did you say they had? Like 200,000, whatever.
488.
Yeah, 488,000.
So I just looked it up for the Overwatch League, which is 20 million.
The
The
frick?
Overwatch League,
Yeah.
the Overwatch League has
it's,
all
like,
the teams
significantly
buy
bigger.
in. That all the teams buy in towards the prize pool then, because they're like private teams rather than like
20
countries.
million. That's what I'm talking about.
And there's like they doubled the amount of teams in the Overwatch League or something like that.
Yeah, like it's like something weird, like a $1 million buy-in or something like that. So it's that one's more high stakes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when is the final?
Wait,
I think it'll be at BlizzCon in November, right?
yeah.
This thing goes on for
uh,
ages.
Well, now is nothing happens until the BlizzCon, so now it's just like who goes to BlizzCon pretty much, and it will be during November 2nd and November 3rd.
Okay. I will not
There
be
you go.
watching.
Oh,
And
I
at
will.
the same time, we'll most likely maybe get a new character because they've done it the last 2 years.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe we can another support.
No, frick the sports. Anyways, I'm done now.
All right, let's talk about something to do with Belgium.
Something boring, yes. Right, so I had to pick a topic. And I thought, boom, municipal elections are coming up, so if you're Belgian, you'll vote. That's it. Next topic.
Who's Belgian on the server? Skipper. Listen here, Skipper. I know you're not listening, but if you are,
Or,
you better vote. Who else? Smith J.
Asus.
No, he's Dutch.
he's Dutch. He can move, though.
Hmm.
Can vote.
Can he move and register to vote in time?
I know, maybe. I mean, he is European. And he speaks Dutch.
I mean, if we're talking about people going out and voting, then Shawstin, you can say about midterm elections, couldn't you?
I
Yeah,
can.
sure.
Yeah.
What about that?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys
Mhm.
know about this, but there's this dude named Paul Gosar. He's a Republican congressman from Arizona, and he's running for re-election because he's a congressman. He does that every election. And his opponent put out an ad, an attack ad recently, featuring like 6 people from Arizona, talking about like Grace, rural physician. Paul Gosar isn't doing anything to support rural America. And like people just, say general, we don't like this congressman type things. And at the end of the ad, they're like, oh, by the way, we're his siblings. Like, I'm his brother. I'm his sister. Please vote. Please don't vote for my brother. Please vote for this other guy. And then like, I'm so-and-so, and I approve this message.
I saw him tweet. It was basically like
Okay, can we get a link?
my sibling. No, I don't know. Find it yourself. My siblings are doing this for political gain and all this shit. They're like bringing politics into the family, and it's like, wow, shut the fuck up. If your whole family hates you, then you're doing something wrong.
The thing is that he actually has 9 siblings, so 3 of them are staying out of it.
Yeah, it's not bad odds, I suppose.
I mean, it's still the majority are against him, but
How high do you think they'd score on the bitch test?
Oh, probably pretty high.
That is quite a bitchy thing to do, isn't it? I'm gonna have to watch this. I've found the tweet, but I'm gonna have to watch it at some point. I mean, to be honest, that's not the weirdest thing that's come out of American politics recently, but that is
Yeah.
pretty weird still. What's his name again? Paul Gosar.
Paul Gosar, Gosar.
Okay. Right. Well, the that just leaves Lemons, your story.
Oh yes, Telltale shutting down. I've played a grand total of one Telltale game, which was the Game of Thrones one, which apparently isn't very good, but I thought it was alright. Yeah.
Yeah, ideally we
I think it's pretty shitty. I think it's pretty shitty, like the way they did it. Like 250 employees got fired or something. The only ones remaining there are the ones finishing the Minecraft Netflix thing.
Ooh,
Which
exciting.
I presume, probably not, but I presume they're contractually obliged to finish that. Yeah, none of them got severance pay, and like the problem with the games industry is that like a lot of people are really passionate about it, like the employees there, so they worked all this like overtime and everything to get their projects out because they like really believe in them.
Crunch time.
Like working them, yeah, that sort of shit. And then they get like no severance pay, and then they're just sort of shafted basically by poor management, buying all these big IPs and then not having a good game at the end of it.
Well, that's the thing, is it must be down to poor management, because that's the thing, is that from an outsider's perspective, okay, not all of their games are great, and not all of them have been amazing sellers, but they've always been like, they've always sold. And
apparently the Batman game sold really poorly.
Really?
Like, really badly.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a Batman game.
that is surprising. I mean,
and I presume like licensing things like Game of Thrones would be very expensive.
yeah,
True.
And I doubt they'd profit on that either.
I guess we really need Dennis here for this, because he's the Telltale
He's the-
man.
yeah.
Plays all the Walking Dead ones. And I didn't play Walking Dead, but I did watch Good play it. I remember that first
Oh, that's
season.
another that's another shitty thing. Like they're not finishing the final season of The Walking Dead,
Wow.
which is like their big series, basically, like the one that everyone like really liked.
Do you
And
think-
so like the second episode's coming out next week, I think.
Yeah.
For it's still like that's still coming out of, I think it's 4 episodes I think per season. Maybe that might be wrong. So the story's not going to get finished.
Do you think they're just going to
Which-
like release the story afterwards, like that guy did with Half-Life?
I assume some of the ex-employees will as soon as they can.
Yeah,
Like I presume it's all NDA'd and everything.
just for a bit of closure. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never actually played any Telltale games. I will at some point, because they made Monkey Island 5 technically
Mm.
back in like
That's true.
2011 or something. So
They made the Sam and Max games, didn't they?
yes, and Sam and Max, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of sad. Like you say, I think it's not. I don't really care about the games in particular, but I think it's sad just the way it's been handled for the actual employees. So it was nice to see. Was it Ubisoft or something? Was like saying, "Hey."
A lot of companies did that.
Oh, did they? Oh, that's good.
Well, Ubisoft did, where they like set up a lunch for a lot of the employees to come and talk about jobs, which is nice of them. Like, but a lot of them, a lot of companies, like I know Mojang did. I know like a lot of the ones in the area tweeted that they could come apply, like Blizzard did and everything,
Yeah,
which
I
is
guess-
common after big shutdowns.
yeah. Still wanna make games, Lemons?
Yeah, I still do. I'm working on a nice one at the moment.
Oh, really? Is it going to be included in the
Yeah.
video with no credit?
The game, probably not. Well, probably, yeah. No one credits the game makers, but I released a mod. Yeah, well, I released a mod. Just saying, and it was really good, and it's great. By the way,
Wait, what?
just
When?
saying. Last week, but I did a big update to it yesterday. And
What's it
it's
called?
great. It's called Arcane World. My cool feature that I released yesterday is there's procedurally generated dungeons, but they don't generate in the normal world. You cast like a ritual thing and you get teleported there. So every time you do that, you get a new unique dungeon. So you'll never run out of dungeons to take over. So I think that's pretty cool.
That's amazing. Am
Oh
I
my
gonna get?
goodness.
Am I
How
gonna get a
fun.
mixing video for that?
I don't know. Maybe ask him. I haven't asked him.
I don't download any mods unless Mixon's done a spotlight on it.
You still don't download them after that.
I don't download them anyway. That's true, but it would help a little bit. We'll put that link in the description as well. Oh crap, we've got to stop doing links because that means I've got to remember to actually put them in there.
We'll put them all in the doc. I'll put it in the doc now.
Yeah, do it. All right, well that's it then. I think we're all out of topics.
Can I add a thing?
Oh,
Yes, of course you can, Shawstin.
Yes, I would like to say to anyone in the Midwest or South of the United States who probably live in or around a place that has a Mazio's, I want you to tweet at them and complain about the crust, please, because they changed their recipe for their quote original crust.
Oh, anyone can do that. I'll tweet.
Can I
right now.
tweet that?
Yeah, please, anyone tweet them, please.
What are they called again?
Like Mazios, Mazzios, and like they're advertising it as their new original crust, which
What do they make? Is it
it's pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
Yeah. And
so
like,
I worked at a pizza place, and we had a class. This is Pizza Hut. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but we had a classic crust, which was basically shitty. So no one ordered it, but and it basically changed all the time. Just saying.
well,
no one noticed.
This was supposed to be like the original Ken's recipe, like the actual stuff that started the business with, and like they changed it like a week or two ago, and I'm super upset about it because one, you can't change what original means, and two, the new crust sucks. I hate
Important
it.
topics only here on the JFS.
Fighting the big battles here on the JFS show. Well, I'm going to tweet them.
I've taken it upon myself to follow on Twitter, and every time they tweet anything, I reply to them complaining about the crust. This is my mission now.
Wait, I'm going to test that now. Let's just open up a random one from recently. Because yours should be at the top right, if you're a friend.
Yeah.
There it is! I mean, I know what I do, but unfortunately it's not up to me to bring back the original crust. Justin, you are... We need more people like you in the world. Fighting the everyday battles of pizza crusts not being up to scratch. Are you going to try again at some point to test if they've gone back?
I feel like I gotta try it like eventually, but like I don't know. It's gonna be hard to know because like I don't know if I want to pay for the new crust and like be the new crust. Like how am I gonna find out otherwise?
I accidentally clicked on some random guy's profile and his fucking Twitter bio thing is hashtag Hooters, hashtag 36 straight gems, hashtag Sun Tzu, hashtag Priority Woman, hashtag Libertarian, I don't give a fuck, 4-leaf clover, 4-leaf clover, 4-leaf clover, quitter never wins, winners never quit, hashtag law of success, hashtag think and grow rich.
Oh, you found my alt account.
And his pinned tweet is a picture of Trump with a bunch of Hooters servers, models, whatever the fuck they're called.
I find it odd that Twitter suggests to me to like translate my own tweet. Hi, do you want this tweet translated for you?
Well, maybe it doesn't make any sense. Is it in English?
Sort of.
Okay. Sort of. All right. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Let me end this before we find some more weird Twitter accounts because boy, there are lots. Thank you.
Oh, I know a good Twitter account.
Oh my god, what?
It's hold on, what's it called? It's called who am I following? At House Budgets. It's a House Hunters plot. Here's an example one. Husband, I have a YouTube channel where I revolutionize hot chicken sandwiches. Wife, and I occasionally pump lizards. Both in unison. Our budget is 930,000. I just think that's great.
Hell?
If you've ever seen those House Hunters sort of shows.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like Escape to the Country and stuff. Yes.
Yeah, where they have like they've got like a shitty job and this massive budget.
Okay,
so
great.
it's twitter.com/housebudgets.
Right, thank you all very much for listening, guys. Thank you for chatting about lizards. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.